we go. I think we're good. I think so. All right. Well, I'm just going to keep tinkering. It's just a terrible idea. Screws. That one. Hey, Theron. Hey, Brett. How's it going, everybody? Nope. No, that is the right one. No, it's not. Rex. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I found me a Christmas sweater that fits my style. Oh, so jolly it is. How's it going? Audio and everything coming through okay? Electric Tundra to be determined. I did like they just kind of hit us with that. It was kind of out of the blue on that one. I'm not going to even lie there. Wasn't quite expecting that yet. All right. How's it going, Mir? Thanks for tuning in. So I remember I have all these pieces. Okay, all that is set good. Oh, nope. So what's everyone up to on these the eve of Christmas there? Anything new and exciting? Everyone waiting or happen to have a few things they know about that's already chilling under the old tree there? Which truck is getting the new rails? This is the class 3, this guy, the mullet. Yes, and we'll show these off a couple more times, but here is the green V3 from G-Speed. That green really pops in the light there. So wanted to grab one. So that was the first chassis we grabbed is that one. Probably we'll get orange next. I'm trying to decide what all I want on the next one. Bought the early Bronco and Chronic shocks for. Can't wait to try. Nice. I've never tried those shocks, but I hear all kinds about them. So I mean, they're very popular shock indeed. I think I don't remember where I put the. I don't remember if I had the shocks before. Well, this is why we should take pictures when you're swapping rails, so I don't put the wrong stuff in the wrong places. Like I'm pretty sure I just did. It's okay. We can fix all of that later. This will be a little bit smoother, except I was trying to take the easy road out, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to swap stuff as I go. Probably not my smartest move or easiest, but it'll do. I thought all the colors were sold. No, they are. They're still, or they were available. Though when I checked earlier today, they were all still available. Oops. The colors red, blue, green, yellow, and orange. We decided to go ahead and pick up the orange or the green to get started on here, and I lost screws. It's okay. Actually, I'm pretty sure this was here. So very, very excited. I've wanted to grab the rails, the colored rails, for a little while now. I just hadn't got around to it. And the other day, and I was like, you know what? I need to just get the rails. So sitting there, was doing some thinking, and settled on the green to give it a start. I think I'm going to be very, very happy with these. There we go. Just wanted me to. Oh, not actually. That one can't take it. That one can't take a long screw. And this is why I couldn't find my magnet tray, so just kind of put stuff everywhere. Oh yeah, I'm very excited for these. These are going to look awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, next. Where did I put all my link things? So I did have, or was working on first step, like a winter maintenance video, except apparently they were major problems. It wouldn't load right, or something was wrong for whatever reason, like the way it's saved. So we're going to be redoing that video. So probably see it drop tomorrow, over the weekend, probably another couple ones. And so we can probably knock out one tomorrow early morning, just because I actually have the day off, and I'm kind of surprised and don't know what to do having a day off. So it's different when I'm just used to working all of the time. What? Yeah. What do you need? Oh, leave the gate open thing, or the top one open. Okay. Uh, yeah, the color really sets these rails off even more so than normal. Um, and I'm already a huge fan of carbon fiber on just about anything, but these really, I mean, this was the G10 before, which there's nothing wrong with G10 at all. I like it. It's solid. It does save some weight and stuff like that. So, uh, has weight savings, I should say. It's about an ounce difference between carbon fiber and G10. So, um, there is that uh, weight difference there, but mostly the looks. I like carbon fiber. Just looks so good. Yeah, Theron, you don't even work. I'm pretty sure you just have a part-time job. Like that's really all there is to it. Just a part-time job. Uh, and this weekend, so this is Christmas. It is supposed to be 70 degrees here tomorrow, 65 on Christmas Day, and Sunday. It's supposed to be 70 degrees again. So Sunday, I will have all of my stuff charged, and I will probably be out crawling, honestly, most of the day. Um, uh, don't have the kiddo on Christmas Day this year, so just kind of chilling, hanging out. Wife has to work, or sorry, the day after Christmas. Um, Wife has to work too, so probably just yeah, probably just hanging out. Don't have much else to do. I think I'm caught up on all my um, house chores for now, so probably just a good all day of crawling because or Halo. I'm not done with that yet. I've been taking some time and just kind of taking it in. One final game. Uh, and day off. You're off the next series. I'm calling Sunday. Also, yeah, Sundays are normal crawl day. So, I mean, it's also it's always different. When it's a holiday weekend. But like I said, I don't have much else planned. Wife will be at work. Uh, Kiddo won't be here, so we'll probably just relax, crawl. Plus, it'd be good to get some crawl videos in and stuff like that. Anyway, maybe do some gait practice videos. I guess I could probably do that. It's probably about time. It's gonna be nice enough, so I'll probably take the comp trucks actually out this weekend because yeah, 70 degrees in December. I think they said this will be, uh, I think for our kind of the hottest December on record. If I heard them right earlier when they were talking about it, it was funny this morning. A couple of us were kind of talking about it, checking out the weather, and they were talking about weather this morning, and just the way they worded it was pretty comical because they're like, and the weather right now is 50 degrees above the average December temperature at this time. 50 degrees above average temperature right now. Which you're like, normally, just a little bit, but then 50 degrees? Nuts. Custom RC, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Drove the Granite and 8S today. Nice. Yeah, I'm actually out of bashers at the moment. Need to grab some more there. Hound stuff, thanks for tuning in. It's nice to hear tell when wheel came off in the Granite. Oh, yeah. Some of those wheels, I had that problem with some of my Armas where I think it was the Vortex really had some wheel issues as far as keeping them tight and stuff like that. There you go. Nice and tight. tight. Well, that, I suppose. What wheels will I do with Predator trenches and foams? I mean, wheels fit you fancy. I prefer and use Vanquish wheels myself. Team Garage wheels, Team K&K wheels, stuff like that. So I mean, wheels and foams. It's really kind of what really fits you, whatever you prefer, stuff like that. So yeah, nothing too crazy, but really just kind of whatever you really feel on that is probably sufficient. Trying to build a truck for hills and rocks, but more complicated. Well, like trying to build like that overall like mix between like a hill climb and dedicated rock crawler type of deal. Um, I could see that could take some work. I can definitely see that. Uh, What do I have this in there? There we go. That's better. I did a really weird setup back here in the rear and just couldn't remember how it was going. Indy, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. We are swapping on the green G-Speed carbon fiber rails onto the mullet. Just because. This one was my last one. That was just a G10 build, but I figured it's time. It's put in the dues. Um, so it's earned some carbon fiber love for sure. And mostly just kind of bored tinkering around. I don't really have any other builds planned or going right now. I mean, I have stuff for enough builds, um, but music was. I did the body really weird back here, and now I'm really regretting not taking a picture of how I exactly had this set up. Really wasn't paying attention. Really should have paid attention. Let's see here. So I'm going. I can't wait to get my third V3 going tomorrow, get all my stuff, but found out the 3 gear outputs are bent. Luckily, I have a dig unit and I can use it. Nice. Sounds good. Indy. Green really stands out compared to the blue. Really good in the sunlight, but inside, yes, that was one thing I said. In the sunlight, that blue pops, just pops. And I mean, the sunlight's always going to do all of them more justice anyway. But yeah, that really does stand out there. in the sun for sure. Should I like that? Maybe. Chainsaw, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Customer C crawler, should I do a C2 or C3 with air 45 straight? Either one. I mean, class 3's a monster in its own, generally speaking. So, I mean, really, again, a lot of that's just kind of preferred preference. You know, what your area is like, C2, stuff like that. Generally, C3, you do more, you do see more wider axles and stuff like that. So, take that as you will. So a lot of it, you know, there is no. It's all what you guys want. You know what you want to build. So there's tons of options and stuff like that out there. So there's always potential for different types of builds and stuff like that. So again, personal preference is just what it comes down to. You know, some people like, you know, those axles for certain things. Other people like a different axle for, you know, they have their preferred axles and stuff like that. So really comes down to, you know, feel, you know, what you like, stuff like that. So, or, you know, I said, you can always put the rig together, try it, see what you like, see what you don't like, change stuff up. I mean, I've changed the trucks a lot through even just this year. So, like I said, I don't think there's really a one all be all answer as far as that's concerned. There, that's how I have it. Nice. Actually worked much easier than I thought it was going to. Make sure everything does fit here. How? Nice. Yeah. Do it nicely. So the gist of it. So we're working on right now just the chassis rail swap into the green carbon fiber, and it just looks good. I just love the look of the green and everything else. Just really pops. Just gives it something else, you know, the chassis to really kind of stand out. Gary, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. I do too low on Air 45 or straight. I mean, either one. The Air 45 and Air 44s are basically the same axles. Just do you want an offset pumpkin or not? And they're, again, Air 44s. There's just so much aftermarket support parts between axle housings and stuff like that. I mean, the Air 45s they'll probably get there, but right now it's limited on stuff like that. How would you recommend mounting a Reefs 99 Micro on a V3 in the laydown servo mount? So you could get the G-Speed servo winch mount here, kind of bolts on the side or wherever you want. You could get that, and then you could get, I think DSM makes one, or Reach probably does too, is a micro servo winch to full-size winch. So you mount your micro winch in there, and then it bolts to a regular 1/10 size scale servo mounting. So you could do it like that, or think IERC. I know a lot of their parts have been working really good onto like the V3. They just came out with a micro servo winch mount that would probably work really, really good. I think they even have, one of them had a G-Speed in the picture. So there are options. That's one thing you'll probably look for mostly is servo winch, the micro servo winch adapter to accommodate for the micro winch to full size. Yeah, no problem, Aim. Hope I said I know DSM makes some micro servo winch mounts, so definitely options and stuff out there for it. I know a lot of people are starting to run those micro servo winches, and I've seen some of them that are very, very powerful. So definitely plenty of options and stuff out there for all the good stuff. Do a chassis swap, and then you turn around and you have more bolts than from what you took out from your pile of took out than when you put back in, and everything looks like it's attached. Huh. Guess we'll just roll with it. Some wheels back on. I think I'm gonna have to move those. I don't think that's what it is. Indy question on C1 body, the F350 I've got, the rear wheels are trimmed at an angle to the rear. No, one second. If any bit of angle on any of that is a no, any angling cuts are a basic no-go in Class 1. Let me put these wheels on real quick here. So like the wheel wells, so like from here, they're cut at an angle back, something like that. That's probably a no-go. Like right here, there is some cut up here. So the rule currently, I believe it does apply front and rear. Actually, I think it does. So your body, you can trim up to the bottom of the light. So right here, so to the bottom of the headlights is where you can trim on the rear or on the front, and then the rear here, you can trim up to the tail lights. So if it's below the tail lights, that's probably fine. I would cut it, try to get it as straight as possible. If it's cut where it's above where the tail lights are, then yes, that's a no-go. And I have a feeling those rules are about to be a little more sticky on there. Live, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. All right, so I think that's where everything was. That's good. And yeah, that green carbon fiber chassis and then the neochrome wheels too. I think sunlight hits all that just right. It's honestly, at this point with that chassis, it's almost a shame to put a body over that, but we have to. I do need to relocate my dig unit over a little bit, or we're just gonna have to go with it for right now. But overall, I'm done. Yeah, that looks good. Man, that green just really kind of pops. I did have fenders or inner fenders that covered up all the chassis. I don't think I'm not gonna do that with this chassis. I'm gonna find 2 points somewhere else. I'll make a roll bar or another row of interior or something, but I will find 2 more points elsewhere so I don't have to cover that chassis up. That's a crime at this point to cover that chassis. Not so much a crime to cover up my hideous wiring, but that would be okay. So yeah, I'm probably thinking maybe probably do a red carbon fiber chassis for the Class 2. I think that red coming through the red chassis coming up through the bed would look pretty good. And there in the rear, you can see it opens up pretty good there. The roll bar on my Class 1 is the RC 4-wheel drive roll bar for the Mojave 2. Indy, the curve of the fender is angled down, not up and back. I had it on 12 point. So like they're rolled, kind of like or flared out, kind of like mine are, but they're flared at an angle. Without a picture, I'd have to say it would probably be pretty close. Anyone else or in your area for Class 1, maybe see what they think. But with Scale Nationals coming up, also, I'm just waiting for the new rules. I know you'll be there too. I would have a new bed on standby just in case. I think they're going to be a little more, not picky, but a little more into the rules, trying to get away from that gray area. So if I could see it, I'd be able to tell you a little bit better, but I need to see it. All right. Well, everything there went. Well, that didn't take long at all. I don't think I had much else really planned. I have parts, they're just not here yet. Ordered in my upcoming maintenance video that I'm working on. Going to talk about the shocks and stuff, and I cheated. It's wintertime. I need to rebuild shocks. I cheated. I just bought all new shocks for Class 1 and 2. I got some more in the works, big bores for both of them. One with 90 millimeters on both. So we'll see how that goes. In the video, I'll be telling you, rebuild them, change oil and stuff like that. I cheated. I just bought all new ones. I wasn't messing with it. That's what she said. Need to push the front out a little more, I think. Darren, have you tried your 2.2 tires, your special Hyraxes yet? Or do you have them on wheels? Zachary, what's shock brand again? I just ordered big bores from In the Works RC is who I just ordered some for my Class 1 and 2. That's what also is on my Class 3 here, Kiddo's truck, and the G Suite 6x6. Tons of good shocks out there. In the Works big bores, modified Traxxas 2660s, DriveTech shocks, and DriveTech has the new 80 millimeter super short option. So that's also a whole another option in there. Modded Precision shocks, even the new Vanquish shocks that come on the Phoenix I really do like those shocks a lot. I've debated on either modding them or replacing them, but honestly, I really like them. The way everything just works out really well. Yeah, as I said, I've been running for a while. I like them a lot. Then they come pre-assembled, so you don't have to worry about all that, and they come pre-assembled and filled with oil. So all that's super good and makes life a lot easier. Don't have to get all oily and stuff. So that'll work. Nope. Nope. What? Oh, no. Dang. We need two wheels because I want to see those tires. Because I'd like to see how they fit or look on this, so I know how much more to trim. Because I think I am going to try to do those tires for Class 3 at Scale Nationals. I don't know if I can get a set made by then, but also finding two wheels that I like is near mission impossible. Jack, how's it going? Did you just, is that the message of me? Do I have an extra steering link? I don't know. Jack, I'll have to look. Stuff like that. Yeah, you just text me a picture of those, Daryl. I need those so bad. Nah, it's hard to explain. I've got pictures, no way to post for you. Just yeah, no. I did join RC Crawler. I don't know if you can message on there, but I am on there now. I don't remember what my login is, but I am on there. I've always scoured, but I never actually registered. Oh, you need phones. I have some 2.2 phones that actually might work in those. Indy, I don't know if you can message on there on RC Crawler forums. I haven't actually checked, but it is TRD_adventures. That is my username on there now. I said I've been on there and lurked. I just never actually made an account, and I have now. So I think I'm just gonna have to cut this whole side out so I can see that chassis all the time. But even still, oh, that does just kind of hits that light just right, even in the openings there. Oh, this is nice. I'm so excited. Yeah, I need to go ahead and send me a message on there. I'm pretty sure I figured that would be a good way to also communicate and stuff if need be. Yeah, it looks good. That light's gonna hit that just right and look really good. So this one I'm thinking probably a red carbon fiber chassis, just the way it kind of pokes through there with the shock towers, and still got a good amount of it. Now we can see that I do have the front. I do have fenders in the front, but actually I can take those out because I have more than enough points on this truck. I do not need the inner fenders on there. But for right now, they can stay. If I get a color chassis, I could probably pull them off there. How's it going, Kenny? Thanks for tuning in. I did the best, but I did kind of redo my interior on here in the Class 2 a little bit. I was sitting there the other day. Me and Theron were out last Sunday crawling. We both kind of debuted both our new Class 2 bodies. And my interior was kind of raggedy looking. It had seen better days. And I'm sitting there looking at it. I was like, man, that interior looks really good. I like that one. Your head sits down there. It's like, you made it. And I was like, oh, yeah. So I had to come home and redo the whole interior there. I've got an extra steering wheel put in there. I need to get some stickers for the inside there on the dash, but just something. Said I didn't need interior points at all, but I still needed to cover the electronics. So whether I put just a cover in there or interior, it is what it is. So I might as well just did interior just to have extra points if needed. But pretty pretty minimal there actually on the body. I mean, just here in the rear, is able to measure and keep that deep enough for current rules for drop bed. Just my few functional items in there and some non-functional. Actually, I don't even think I have all the non-functional items. It's just with a hard body and a few other pieces, 50 points comes really quick with the hard body. I mean, just the body, full hard body's 12. Drop bed's another 3. So there's 15 points from just the body. And then the interiors, super lightweight, it's handmade interior. That's another 6 points. So 21 points, just the body without even anything in the bed. And then the rest of the chassis with the chassis mount servo, transfer case points. I even took off. I have a 3D engine for this if I needed to, but I don't even need that. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we were pretty happy with the way this body came out. I'm really, really happy. It was it's kind of weird. I had everything all nice. It was sitting there on toolbox at work. Everything was good. It was shiny. Everything was sweet. I was like, man, that actually came out looking pretty good. Nope, time to get the sandpaper. And kind of just went to town on it. Came out really good. Really happy with this one. I'm still working. My body work still needs work. But it's winter time. I want to give it a try. So it holds. And honestly, that's all that really matters. Bill. Oh, Theron, you have dash stickers? Can I have some? I need some dash stickers. Bill, have I done much with the inserts for anti-foams on the dual stage? For the dual stage, no. I have not ordered dual stage yet. I don't have dual stage here. I think I ordered some. I can't remember if I ordered any or not, because I just went on and ordered 4.19s, I think one other size the other day, but puts me on the list for when they get done. I haven't messed with the dual stages yet. Theron, I know, has ran, I think he has 2 trucks with dual stages in the rear, and with the dual stage, he has not had to use tuning rods at all. They've been pretty rock solid there. Ooh, yes, those dash stickers will work perfectly. Thank you, Theron. Yeah, that was kind of came out like I was just messing with some fabric one day. I was like, you know what, I think that'll come out pretty good. And the stripes, it's just kind of, it's a Toyota, so it's just something I put on any Toyota truck that I built here on my actual Tundra. I like to keep some form of the Toyota, old-fashioned Ivan stripes there, and wanted to coordinate with the wheels a little bit. So I didn't want to go too aggressive on the paint and super clash with the wheels, so we just kind of made everything match. And came out relatively good. Solid 10-footer. And still working the new KLRs in. So this weekend they will probably get pretty good amount of run time. 70 degrees outside. It's going to be nice to get these really broken on some actual nice days, because it's been a couple weekends I've had these so far. I think the warmest it's been that I've driven on the new KLRs has been, I think, outside temps about 40 degrees. So the rocks are obviously colder than that. Last weekend we were crawling and it was 20 degrees. And 1 week later, it's going to be 70 when we crawl on Sunday again. Ivan, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Let's see here. I don't think I have much else. Nothing new and exciting. I said, waiting on a few parts and some other stuff to work on, clean up some wiring and stuff like that. We'll work on some maintenance videos, just wintertime, what to go through, what to look for, stuff like that. I'm not probably going to break down every individual component because everything can obviously be different. So we're just going to hit the gist of it and go from there, and probably maybe a video on interiors. So yeah, maybe the video on some simple interiors, but that'll probably, again, several of these things videos and stuff that I'm planning on doing, I think I'm going to need to wait until after the new Sorka rules come out just to make sure everything is still good. I'm not, I don't think a whole lot of stuff's going to drastically change as far as like interiors and stuff like that. It's that gray areas. It's just one of those areas, and an interior, it meets all the requirements. So as long as there's no super crazy changes there, we'll be good to go. Maybe do some on some simple interiors, or if the rules do change, maybe we can, you know, make. Well, I'll obviously need to remake interiors to fit new rules, so we'll do videos on that stuff. So I did go ahead and do this because body-wise, I think this is class 2. It's going to be legal. We're good there. Plenty of height still, plenty of width, front and rear. Everything's good there. Class 1, I think, should be safe, and class 3, I see class 3 being safe as well. So I'm not too worried as far as those 3 trucks are concerned. I think, like, yes, I'm on the gray area on a few things, but those areas are generally, it's something where I don't necessarily need that, so we'll find different points elsewhere. We said that the class 3 there, that one was a close one for those 50 points, but that's also without like metalwork, custom, or some other interior stuff. So like if I did some like the roll cages or anything like that, I could gain a lot more points right there. It is a more SUV, so even if I wanted to, I could, instead of doing just a 2-seat interior, I could go to a full 4-seat interior, and just there's a way to get more points and stuff like that. So it'll happen if I need to, and that'll be another video we'll work on, is getting points. You know, once new rules come out, everything, make sure no point values, anything change. We'll go class 1, 0 points to 50 points. You know, what I have, you know, everything's gonna be a little different. Like I said, like this, you know, body, hard body, you get to 50, 60 points real fast. Like sand, takes some work, it's possible, but it takes a little bit of work. And also on your other components, like transfer cases, chassis mounted servos. Yes, axle mounted servos do just perform better, but that 5 points is worth a lot, especially in Sorka Cops, stuff like that. If you can't get any, that is a place to do it. I sit you on both sides. Those picks are alrighty. I will check them out here in a minute. But so, anyways, anything you guys are hoping to get for the holidays, or may have gotten, or you know is under the tree waiting patiently for you for Christmas, everything like that? If so, what you guys got or waiting on? Always nice to see what everyone else is getting and enjoying. I don't think I have anything ordered. I do have a rack ordered and shocks. Those are my excitements. Let me see. I think I can go ahead and access that. There's a giant empty spot under the tree where my RC should go. Me too. Actually, I'm gonna probably put this in the tree later and see. Optics Halos, hopefully under that tree. Nice, always, again, always solid foams there. The Halos are awesome. I said I'm running and getting the anti-foams going, but again, I'm not going to knock the Halo foams or any other foams because they're all solid improvement foams. So should be good there. AA getting a TF2 Marlin edition tomorrow. Doing a trade. I'm going to trade my Christmas gift to myself. Nice. That's always fun right there. Oh goodness, I got to log in. What is my? Oh crap! I remembered my stuff. It's loading, Indy. 1 second. Well, maybe. Maybe it's just not. There. Okay. Things are loading now. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a. Yeah, that's going to be a no-go, Indy. Maybe even. Well, yeah, because you can't make the flares any bigger than what they are. So like the cutting here. So like if I were to cut this, if I cut just a perfect line where the stock flare was, that is fine. But once you can't take any more material out from that. So like how that one is kind of angled back there, yes, that is a no-go. So yes, you will need a new bed. Okay, sweet, good there. Got SSD diamond axles under the tree. Nice. Oh yeah, I already put all mine. I already put my SSDs on. Never mind. I did that the other day. Let's see here. Sure would be nice to have an SCX6 under that tree. That'd be pretty sweet. Someday. And by SCX6 will, I think it's going to have to happen, or at least part of it is going to have to happen because, yes, there were teasers. There is a G-Speed 6-scale chassis in prototyping in the works for the SX6. So it's going to happen. I don't have a clue why I need that or even a comp chassis that size, but it's probably going to have to happen. I think we were joking. I mean, the SCX6 is already expensive, and the upgrades and stuff like that. Like, man, you're gonna be talking like bare minimum. You're looking at a $2,000-$3,000 comp crawler right off the bat. Buck, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Tim. I'll have to order another bed and star stencils again. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Just that angle because they're gonna look at that as a heavy modification because it is taking material away. Here, I'll keep dreaming. Oh, we're doing it. I'm getting one. And if I get one, you're gonna have to get one too. I can't be the only one. Also, I don't know, there's a couple new trucks. I do want to do a more like a typical or like a standard issue, just a cheater G-Speed rig where I'm not worried about comping. I don't need winches. I don't need the points. Just pure capable crawler, and then maybe that one may become like a King Missouri or Crawlapalooza style truck because those rules aren't Sorka. So we can go a little more into that pure performance side. But at the same time, I probably should just drive this any comp I do just to get more drive time with it. Yeah, yeah. I already. Christmas is alright. I mean, I don't necessarily need any of. Actually, I'm sure mine are just Legos because that's one thing. Me and the wife typically get each other Legos because we have another session, which is Legos. Fortunately, all of my Lego orders from Amazon got completely screwed and canceled. And I'm very, very mad about that. And I had to do extreme last minute shopping last weekend, as I was mentioned on the live stream. But other than that, I mean, I don't really, my hobbies are my hobbies. So that's my thing. And I mean, I give myself enough throughout the year. I'm probably fine without getting one. And plus, it's winter time, kind of chill. It's honestly just weird being this type of weather in December. It's just kind of weird. Not sure how to feel about it. Words. Indy, need to break down and get some offset axles and 11.4 links so I can start on the C1. Yeah, SSD I think makes an offset axle. That's probably what I was thinking about getting. Also thought about trying portals on the Class 1 again, but I just can't bring myself to it. The truck just works so gosh dang well. Move. I don't like spam. Get off of here. Remove. Okay. Yeah. Buck, yes, we got tickets for Scale Nationals. I was at work, so I knew I would get caught up with doing it. So, and brother-in-law Jake, he was also working and getting caught up. So we put my sister in charge of getting the tickets, and it was a little stressful, but she got all the tickets. She was right there. She was on the page, refreshing, backing out, getting back in. And as soon as they were officially unlocked to everyone, she was able to grab them. So, yes, I have tickets for Class 1, 2, and 3. She has tickets for 2 and 3, and Jake has Class 1 and 2. So, be there for all of that. I'm ready. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to hit all of the gates and have a great time doing it. Maybe inside at one point in time, cry session with myself, but it's going to be a blast. But yeah, even just going for fun, just to watch all the trucks and everything, you learn so much from just watching too. I mean, driving, you learn a lot there too, but even just from watching, especially on that level of event, you can learn and will learn so much from just doing that. That's another reason I'm just really excited to go to, just to take it all in, really. Stay. Shoot. I think everything else, and I said nothing else was really planning. And said I wanted to get this back on Thursday nights, at least for a little bit. He does want to continue into the winter season for basketball, but I think they're going to move those practices to Wednesday night, which actually works out better. So I can still do Thursday night and Friday night. Still have all that stuff. So Wednesday night is honestly a better night for practice. So hopefully that is what they go to and do continue on for that. It'd be really nice and really convenient, because Thursday night live stream I think goes better for me than the Friday night. India got the SSD. Think about borrowing axles for the C1. Dude, the SSD Trail King is just that truck is just a monster. That's one of the funnest kits I've built too. That was an absolute blast of a kit to put together. Like Andy, I heard there's also a lot to do besides just compete. Maybe just there'll be plenty of that stuff out there. Comping, I'm sure areas for that area is just from. I've just seen lots of videos and pictures from that area. But it is an absolutely, everything I've heard is just a spectacular and beautiful area. And even if you're not comping, there's plenty of stuff to do. What about stocking axles on my Class 0? Yes, as soon as I can find some leaf spring mounts for Air 44s, I would do that. I cannot find them. So I will just be waiting, and we'll still just rock those axles for now. The electronics are probably going to come out. It's probably going to go down for a little bit. I need to mess with some stuff, and I think that someone was interested in that axis, and that's in it, so I'll probably just pull it back out until I get other stuff. Need to get a kit instead of random pieces. Well, random pieces aren't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, that's, if you think about it, most of these, a couple of them did start as one thing, but by the time it's all said and done, it's, you know, I piece everything together now. Like I have some 1275 links with an assortment of panhard mounts for AR-44 or AR-45 axles. I built some AR-45 portal axles from just solely ordering all the pieces. So built those together. Skids, I actually, Theron, if you're still watching, I need a couple skid plates. And yes, if I find some, yeah, if I find some, I'll let you know. I'll get some for you too. Yeah, it's it. Is it Brian? Just same boat. Yeah, JEC is still out. That's who makes the ones I want. JEC makes the AR-44 mounts that we need, but they've been out for a while. Or actually, they had them in the other day, and they were in stock, but I didn't have a leaf spring yet. And then naturally, I got the leaf spring, and then boom. Then I needed them, and they were out. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I just not so much like kits, but yeah, I piece a lot of stuff to together, just acquire parts, motors, ESCs. I don't have an extra. I'm out of extra servos, so that's actually my downfall. I need to order more servos to have them on hand. Plus, it's just always good to have extra drive shafts. Just slowly you'll acquire parts like that, and then I turn around. Now that I have just did that chassis swap, I have an extra G-Speed chassis now. So apparently, I have an extra pack of links in here too. So I swap it. So I'm getting me one of the dual, the one that does the SCX on either side, and one of those special angled ones that has the angle there. Because I do have a VFD transmission left. I think I'm going to get that and just drill into a new skid plate and make it happen there. But I also want to try something with that angle skid. And I think I can just take my Team Garage Tech adapter, put on the other side, drill 4 new holes, so then I can use that, because that angle was perfect for getting the transmission where I needed it to be. I just needed it to be on the other side for a couple builds. Yeah, ton of trails stuff. Yeah, it's a 2-hour drive. Like I said, it's about 12.5, 13-hour drive for us. So it's going to be an adventure. Just need instructions. Well, I mean, like I guess what type of kit? If you're just building like Vanquish kit or the SSD kit, yeah, those are fine. I mean, those kits are always fun. I do enjoy putting the kits together, like the Phoenix there. I know a lot of people did not like it. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I like enjoying putting the kits together. Now, like I've mentioned several times, I will buy an RTR if that is the only way to get it, or that'll be the only way to get it for a very foreseeable future. And I just like the kits because RTRs, not always, mostly, I'm generally never a fan of stock RTR electronics. I'm always going to change that stuff out. I'm always going to change wheels. I'm always going to change tires. So why not start with a kit and put everything I'm going to run right off the bat? And then, but so that's like kit part. But when it comes to like custom builds like LCG builds, G-Speed, if you're running a Brazen chassis or Team Garage, any of the chassis, I mean, those are all, and they are kind of all pieced together. Now, you can take RTRs or other current trucks and swap a lot of stuff over. Now, I do believe you could take a 10.2 RTR and nearly swap, I think you can actually swap everything to a G-Speed, and it will work. Could it be better? Yes, but it can at least get it going on the rocks. Stuff like that. And so you just acquire pieces as you go, and sometimes you can, sometimes builds may take a little bit. Like I think that build, the TRX4 build and the Class 3, the mullet, it was a little bit till I was, just acquiring pieces here and there, and then once I got everything, then it went together really fast. Have a try about trucks don't look anything close to your, well, mine didn't always look as if they look good. They didn't always look the way they do now. My first few builds, my first few kits or trucks that I started comping with, stuff like that, they were not that great. My first comp, I went to Crawlapalooza with a 12.5 pound TRX4, and it was a disaster. But we learned. NYC need that lift kit. I forgot what I was talking about that needed a lift kit, or I guess what lift kit? Just to get the hang of how they go together. Yeah, I mean, once you get a few of them, the first one's always intimidating, but after that, like my first G-Speed V3 build was capper axle based, so that was to me one of the simpler ones because it was servo and axle, so I didn't have to worry about the dual servo mounts or anything like that. I used a standard axial 3-gear transmission, and some 10.2 high clearance links, and everything went together pretty smooth. It was probably one of the more simple G-Speeds because your servo mounted axle mounted servo, because words are hard. And said it was definitely one of the easier ones, but. So that first one took me a little bit. I think I put a couple things on backwards, whatnot. Actually, for the longest time, the rails, G-Speed rails, are go-to specific sides. And my rails were swapped on that, but I never actually noticed that because I never had a chassis-mounted servo in it. But once that first one's intimidating. You can take your time. There's dudes out there. Gabriel on the G-Speed side, he has videos on putting his stuff together. I have several videos on G-Speeds now. Even though they're G-Speeds, a lot of the fundamentals are the same, regardless of what chassis you're using. Now, they may have their own specific components, but those components, everything has its same job. And the assembly process is going to be very, very similar. So even if it's not a G-Speed, I mean, like a Team Garage chassis, like a Sherpa chassis, that assembly is going to be pretty close. Some of the bridge, it's going to be very, very close, or at least the basics on it. Buck, have I tried the Northwest Scale chassis? No, I have not. I only run G-Speed chassis. But like I said, I will knock on chassis. There's tons of great chassis out there, and each chassis has their, almost every chassis seems to have that one thing about them that makes that chassis that chassis. So it just, again, kind of what fits your fancy. I built some other chassis, and then I started building G-Speeds, and I've just stuck and stayed with G-Speeds. And then, obviously, becoming a team driver for G-Speed. So that's where that worked. There, you got the Team Garage chassis. Nice. And so that Team Garage chassis is very sweet looking. Those shock tower designs, very awesome. Just love the way the whole thing looks. And it's Team Garage, so it's definitely solid right there. Well, oh yeah, Team Garage is doing a giveaway. Theron, you got in on that, didn't you? They're getting ready to do the drawing on the Team Garage giveaway post, Theron. Actually, 8 o'clock Mountain Time. We got another hour or so. Uh, Another order Sonic. Got me a Route 44 cherry Coke and a couple. They brought back the junior chili cheese Frito wraps. I really like those. So, and I was in a hurry. I didn't feel like we haven't been grocery shopping. We have stuff cooking for tomorrow. So, quick simple way out. Swing by Sonic on the way home and had to get set up for stream, get the doggos taken care of, and all that stuff. And I guess I could run the SSD Trail King as my class 1 start robbing the axles. Now, my Trail King, when I built it in a V1C1 chassis. And I believe everything was straight swap over. I even used the servo mount. Indy, it's on Facebook. It's on the Team Garage Check Facebook page. But yeah, I did use the stock servo mount. I think I used. I can't remember if I used the SSD Trail King panhard or I used the old Team Garage Check panhard, just the straight one that bolts the outside of the frame rail. I think I used that. Right, those chili wraps, they're delicious, and they're $1. I mean, in today's world, with as crazy as expensive as everything is and going, $3 or $4, I get 3 or 4 of them. I'm set. I'm a happy camper. I'm a simple man. But dude, the Trail King is honestly a solid setup because that transmission's. I think they even have overdrive gears available for that transmission from SSD, but you obviously get transfer case points for it just by its design, because it is what it is. And it has the realistic engine and transmission, so there's points built in right there. So pretty sure it gets transfer case points. I may actually be wrong on that. I could be wrong. It might not get transfer case points, but at least the engine, that's 4 points there. Chassis mounted servo, all that, and it was a monster. It was the hot rod that I had a while back. Still trying to get that truck back. That's one truck I wish I never would have gotten rid of. I think at some point I will get it back. It said that thing was a monster. Just swapping to the V1C1, or just having the V1C1 chassis on. I even had the stock SSD skid under it, so it wasn't even high clearance skid, and it was an absolute monster. Dang, I might have to build a Trail King again. That's a dang it. Thanks, Indy. SLZ probably going to pick up a Gatekeeper after Christmas and ditch the cage. And yes, the elements, if Element is online, I think A-Main, Horizon, and Tower, I think, are all running sales, and Element is even running a sale on Gatekeepers and stuff. And they're cheap. And yes, you don't even, everything's there. It comes with everything, body posts and everything. So if you don't want the cage, pull the cage off. I stripped my Gatekeeper down and built a G-Speed 4-train. So it's sitting there currently empty, but I have AR-44s for it as well. I just need to get a transmission for it, but I'm actually, since my 2.2 Wraith has an Element transmission in it, we're going to upgrade that transmission with a bomb-proof transmission. So we'll put that in the TTC Wraith, and I'll probably take the Element transmission, put it back in a Gatekeeper, and then put some AR-44s under it. But anyways, I think we're in a short tonight, guys. I still got a lot of stuff to do around here in the house, and got some family coming over real quick. So in the meantime, I think we're going to call tonight. Everyone, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope those stockings are full of RC car parts, or you get anything you were needing. So I said lots of stuff out there right now. Yeah, the 10.3 axles, those were awesome sale the other day for $100. That was a steal of a sale. So anyways, again, everyone, Merry Christmas out there. As always, stay safe, have fun, keep building, and crawl on. Everyone, Merry Christmas. Have a great one. See you soon.